Welcome back to Just Fit Pilates. This is a jump board workout today. I do have weights close by, so I'll be using one weight during some of the side lying exercises. It's optional, but if you want to add more of a challenge and make it more of a full body move, you're welcome to do so. If you need head support when we're side lying, you can also grab a small ball or a yoga block to feel more supported when we're doing the sideline work. We're gonna get started on 2 red springs, do a quick warm up, and then go into our exercises. So let's lie down. Let's put our feet high and wide. So I'm gonna come to the outer edge of the black pad here on the jump board. We're gonna turn our legs out. So we're just gonna push in and out. Should feel really light right now. We'll be working through different moves just to warm up the legs and then some articulation with the feet to really get them ready for jumping moves. Okay, last one. Okay, now bring those feet closer together. Heels are together, toes are apart. They're still in a V. We're gonna press out and come back in. I have a bit of a cold if you can't tell. But I was so excited to film my first jump board workout, so I'm powering through it today. Okay, we'll go for 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, now let's go high and wide in parallel. So we're gonna press in and out like that. Remember, with the breath, we exhale out, inhale, return. Keeping our spine in neutral, we've got a little bit of space between the low back and the mats. And 1. Okay, now stay in parallel and bring those feet down. We're gonna go in and out like this. So out and come back in. Working now more above the knee, like right above the knee here. Typically when you go high and wide, you're gonna be feeling it more into the glutes. Quads are still working though, but we definitely feel it with this angle of the knees. And 1, great, come back in. Okay, now let's articulate through the feet. So I want you to bring your heels up, press out on the balls of the feet, drop your heels and come back in. And again, up on the balls of the feet, push out, heels come down, you come in. So we'll go both ways, coming up out on the toes first, and then coming out on a flat foot. Okay, we'll go for 3 and 2. Last one. Okay, now go out on a flat foot, come up onto your tippy toes, so you're on the balls of the feet, come in that way, and then come back down. So just doing the reverse of what we just did, getting that articulation through the feet, nice and warmed up, ready for us to jump on. Good, we'll go for 3 and 2 and 1. Good, come back in. All right, now we're gonna do single leg. So you're gonna push out on the right leg and then switch legs, right and left. So we're gonna alternate and you're switching when you come back to the jump board. So let's press out and switch, switch. So getting each of these legs warmed up on its own. This feels light now, but we're gonna be feeling it later. Okay, let's do one more each side. Right and left. Great, come back in. All right, I think we're ready to jump. So to begin our jumping, we're gonna go high and wide like we did in our warm up. So we're gonna turn the knees out. We'll just be jumping in and out for 10 like that. So remember, as we jump, we wanna go heel, ball, toe, toe, ball, heel. That's how we're gonna jump off and land. So articulating through the feet here. So let's begin. So jumping off and come back. So I'm trying to point my toes as I reach away. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now we're gonna stay in that position, but bring the feet a bit down. The heels are gonna be touching now. We're gonna press in and out for 10. You can also do a little beat, so I'll show you what that is. Beat the heels, so click those heels together and then come back. So your choice if you wanna add that in. So we'll go for 10 here. So pressing out. Good, that's 5. Okay, last one. That's 10. Whew, that feels good. So easy to warm up the legs, right? Okay, let's go wide and parallel now. We're gonna jump out like this. So remember, same thing with that articulation. So pressing out and come back. Good, okay, now we're gonna bring the legs in parallel. Now remember, the lower that you bring your legs, that's gonna be quite a bit on your knees, a lot of knee flexion there. So I would walk your feet up a bit, find what's comfortable for you, and go from there. So let's go for 10 here. Good, keep the abs in here, help you feel more stable. 3, 2, and 1. Great, come back in. Okay, next we are gonna jump in and out. We'll do it in a V and then do it in parallel as well. So let's start with the heels together, toes apart. We're gonna be jumping out as the feet go out and then jump back in as we go back in, trying to stay in that V. So let's go in and out for 10. So jumping out, wide and together, wide, together, wide, together, wide, together. This is really like 20, right? Okay, last one. Great, all right, let's do that parallel. So bring those feet together, right next to each other. We're gonna jump off, out, and in. And we'll do that for 10. Do you need a break? Let's take a quick break. This is what I realize I forget to do, and it's like why I'm so sore the next day with my own workouts. I don't rest enough. You can kind of bring your legs in and out. Okay, let's begin. So jumping off, out, in. Halfway there. And 2, 1. Whew. Awesome, come back in. The next one I'll show you while we're resting here. We're gonna do, you could call it a SAR jump. So we're gonna start by pushing off the bottom left corner, go to the top, go to the bottom right, go to the left side, go to the right side, back to the bottom left. Whatever way you make a star. Maybe you don't make it like that, I'm realizing now, but try to make a star. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different spots, different jumps that get us back to the same spot. So I'm starting in the bottom left corner. Okay, so jumping off, reach the top, reach the bottom, the side, the other side, and then back to our starting position. So let's do that for 5. We'll make 5 stars. So I know when you're down here, you can't have your heels on, but just do what you can to articulate off, reach, and press. So pressing out, top, bottom, side, side, back to the beginning, top, bottom, side, side, back to the beginning, top, bottom. A little oblique work here too, to have to move that trunk a bit. Okay, 2 more. Last one. Oh my gosh. Whew. That's a bit of a challenge, isn't it? Good, so you can stretch your feet out here. Those quads are burning. I felt that in my feet too. It's quite a bit of a challenge for those feet to move around like that. Okay, I think we're ready to go on our side now. So if you like, you can take one of the red springs off. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do 2 side lying positions here. So one will be fully lying down, and then the other will be on our forearm with that weight, if you like that. So let's start by lying down. I'm gonna grab a ball for my head. It's a little bit more comfortable, and we'll go from there. Okay, so to start, we are gonna be pushing off the top foot first. So I'm lying on the right side. That means my left leg is gonna be pushing off first. So we want it to be about hip distance apart. So this is right with the knees together. You wanna create some space so you are hip distance apart here. And then we're gonna be pressing off and coming back with that foot. And we'll do 10 like that. So pressing off. Same thing, you wanna do heel ball toe here. And really try to come in for that glute. That glute's gonna get way more work if you come in as much as you can without hitting the stopper. Okay, now same foot, we're gonna push off but try to lift up. So you're trying to lift directly up towards the ceiling for this. Just a slight lift and then come back down. So pressing out. Point and lift and come back. We're halfway. Last one. Good, come back. Whew. Don't you feel it in your glute? I feel that so much when I'm side lying. You can go ahead and kind of press your foot in and out. Okay, then lastly on the side, we're gonna push up slightly, try to bring that foot forward, and then come back. And again, we'll do that for 10 before we switch to the other side. So pushing up. Remember, try to come in as much as you can. if you do want all that glute work. Last one. Great, okay, let's go the other side. Oh, my glute is so happy to be going to the other side. Okay, on the other side now, again, make sure your hip distance apart. And also make sure that your body is in one long line. You're not bringing those hips too far forward. You really want everything to be in one nice line. Hips are stacked right on top of each other. So first we're pushing off with the right foot. So let's go for 10. So press out and come back in. Trying to come in as much as we can. Squeeze that glute as you push away. Two, one. Oh, so incredible. So good. Feel it so much. All right, now we're going to be pushing off, lift, and come back. Try to make it look more graceful than that one. All right, let's go. Push out, up, and come back. And 2. Remember to articulate through the foot here. Gosh, as if we didn't have enough glute work. That extra little raise, oh, you feel it. All right, turn that out. You can stretch that leg a bit here. All right, then the last one here, we're going to jump with bringing that leg slightly in front. All right, let's go. So front, place that foot. That brings a little bit more into the hip flexor here to have to bring that leg forward. I know you feel your glutes though. Those are definitely still working. Whew. Okay, now we'll go the other side. This time you can get rid of your ball if you're using that for your head because we're gonna go in our forearm so you won't need it. Now grab a weight. We're gonna do a shoulder press first. I'm gonna do 5 pounds for that, but then when we do a bicep curl, I'm gonna do 2 pounds for that. So it might help to have a lighter weight if you need it. You could always just let go of it if you feel like it's too much for you. All right, so I'm gonna grab my 5 pounds. And then we are gonna get on our forearms. So I'm on my right side. Put this down. I'm gonna put my hands on the outside of my shoulder blocks. And then my starting position is going to be up in a shoulder press. This is what makes these workouts me, right? You got to add the weights and make it more challenging. So we're going to push in and out, pressing in and out, jumping as we lift up. Key thing here, do not sink into the abs. You want to stay nice and lifted. So those obliques are going to have to really work to keep you up here and supported, which extra bonus, more muscles working. Okay, so starting with our arm up, we are ready to jump. So let's push out, press, and come back. So exhale with the arm coming up, inhale, lower down. Okay, we'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Okay, now I'm gonna go lower here. We're gonna do a bicep curl as we jump. I just tried this earlier and I know that 5 pounds is not pretty on me. All right, I'm gonna use a little ball that I have here because I don't have any lighter weights than 5s. It's a 2-pound ball. So same thing here. You're gonna jump off, extend the arm, and then bring it back in. And we'll do that for 10. So it's kind of the opposite because the harder part of the bicep curl is when we come back in. Who's feeling it in their glute now? 2, last one, 1. Okay, great. All right, let's go to the other side. So you can bring your weights over if you're using them. All right, so now on our forearm on the other side, okay, arm is up. We are lifted through the torso here, and we're ready to jump. So up and come back. There is a lot that we could do here. I'm excited to start to make more jump board workouts and experiment and get creative. Awesome. Okay. Bicep now. Let's take a little break. All right, we're going to start with the arm out, pushing as we bicep curl, and then extending the arm. All right, let's begin. Okay, so starting with the arm curled, we're going to jump and come back. Two, last one, 1. Okay, let's set that aside. The last thing we're gonna do is do some exercises kneeling, then we'll do some stretching after that. We're gonna go into kneeling now, so pushing through one leg. So I'm gonna place my hands on the outside of my shoulder blocks here. We're gonna be jumping in 2 different positions with the feet. So the first one, let's keep it parallel. We're gonna be jumping off the foot and coming back. Make sure that your knees are hip distance apart here. That will help your torso feel more stable, and you're not gonna be dropping in the hips as one leg is out. Let's push for 10. So pushing out and come back. Good, squeeze that glute. Good, I'm gonna put this up, otherwise this keeps clicking, I'm noticing. All right, then we're gonna turn the foot out. So I have that foot turned out slightly here. You're gonna come in and out like that. Make sure your foot is not too far off the edge. You don't want your foot to come off when you return and you can't see it. So let's push in and out for 10 like that. So pressing out. Still trying to articulate through the foot here. Okay, last one. Good, okay, let's switch legs. So I'm gonna have my right foot against the jump board here, and we're gonna push in and out like that. So press out and come back, and we'll do that one for 10 as well. I'm gonna move my knee out. I don't want to be sitting into that supporting knee there. So if you have to move it out slightly so that you don't do that, go ahead. So let's jump. Keep the abs in. So much stability work here. Whew. All right, stretch the arms out. I know that's a lot on the shoulders as well. All right, then we are gonna turn that foot out. So we're gonna turn it out as we push and come back. So it's okay here for those hips to not be pointed straight down when you have that leg externally rotated, turned out like that. So pressing out and come back. Good, come back in. Okay, you can bring the knees forward. Let's stretch the arms. The workout is more leg focused for sure, but definitely when we work through a quadruped position, there's a lot of isometric work on the shoulders. They're definitely working to support us there. Okay, let's lie on our back so we can stretch out the legs. Okay, so let's cross the right leg over the left, and then you're gonna pull through to deepen that stretch. You'll be feeling it through that right glute, which is super welcome right now. A lot of work. Such good work for the glutes. So we'll just hold for a few moments here. Okay, now bring that leg across and you're gonna feel it deeper up through the glutes as you rotate to the left side. Okay, let's switch legs. The left leg comes in front. Feels so good. Deepen that stretch if you want to. This one feels tighter for me. Okay, bring it across. Ouch. It's that good kind of pain, that stretching pain. Okay, bring your legs together. Bring them in. You can just rock back and forth. Okay, and then we'll just stand to do a quad stretch. Equally welcome, right? I'm gonna add an extra spring so that the carriage does not move here. And then you can put your leg up against the shoulder block here, and then using your arms against the jump board, grab that leg from behind, deepen that stretch into the quad. Okay, then sit back so that you can feel that stretch through your hamstrings. Okay, let's go to the other side. Okay, then grab that left leg now. Sit into that stretch, that feels so good. You can extend that leg too if you'd like a little stretch underneath the hamstrings. Okay, come on up. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the workout. If you have any questions or feel like you need modifications, something didn't feel right, please let me know and I will answer in the best way that I can. If you have any requests for future videos, please let me know as well. Thanks so much and I'll see you next time.